Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes in Greater Brittany. So, Sussex is now our core, which is awesome because the autonomy is dropping significantly and we can start improving it if we do so like. Our overextension is now only 55%, which is great. I'm still holding on to the idea that we're gonna first get the citizen service and then we're gonna start coring the rest of the provinces. Even though it's, you know, a bit iffy, but I'm mostly interested in saving as much administrative power as I can because we are very behind on that. Now, the province of Westflandern unrest is dropping, but the autonomy is really not good. The very difficult communication... Oh, we gained the claim on Tarudant. Okay. The very difficult communication make it just hard for us to deal with them, but hey, you know, that's life. We're building a huge amount of things everywhere, which makes me happy. I have gone through the provinces in northern Brittany, and there's a number of things that I could make here happen. One thing that I'm actually thinking about is upgrading the warehouse in Gwynedd. Their autonomy is just so appalling. It's the Marshes of Wales. It's just how it is. Going with the port's warehouse might be a good idea too, because it lowers the autonomy even further, but I don't think we're gonna get a major drop here. It might be better maybe to upgrade or build something in like Wiltshire. Because that would have a more of an effect, and I think I'm gonna go with that. So let's go with a marketplace in Wiltshire that takes 9 months. And we can maybe build the warehouse in Oxford. That also makes sense. In Sussex, we finished the building there. In Kent, but Kent is scoring. The overextension that we have right now, 55% or 56%, is actually pretty good. We're getting 216 men every month. And thus we are slowly recovering our pool. We lost, due to my own incompetence, quite a large amount of troops. So once we regain these guys, I'm gonna start heavily, reinforcing the army. First frigates are built, so we can send them to, where is it? Eastern Seaboard. I want them to get good in there. And well, one thing that I'm considering is if we should just upgrade these ships. It's very expensive, but we're swimming in cash, and it would give us a bit more of an effect here, but we already got like 83%. What? We dropped in rank? How is that possible? We're expanding like crazy. Game, stop trolling me. Some of you mentioned in the comments that I should go with the Celtic Empire. I'm not exactly sure if I like that idea, because I think it's claiming that I really need like 11 provinces in Scotland. And I don't think there even is 11 provinces in Scotland area. There's like 1, 2, 3... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would need to have all of Scotland, if I understand this correctly. And it's actually a really rough idea, having that. But hey, we could maybe force Revolutionary Britain to release them eventually. I don't know if we even could. Do they have a... Like, are they existing? I don't know when they inherited Scotland. It was separate for so long. And then it just became... Yeah, Scotland is non-existent at this point. Okay, so we need a better advisor here. Hero prestige, tolerance, reduction of... Oh, you would be so cheap. I'm actually gonna go with Mikhail though. The extra point is worth our while. We have 241, how much do we need? 266. So in 2 months we'll be able to get it. So I'm gonna wait for that to happen. You guys go to Eastern Seaboard. Did we lose the merchants again? No. Okay, they're in their place right now. I am not using the diplomats right now, so let's send them out to own subject countries. Let's send 2 of them to own subject countries. We need to improve relations. By the way, one thing that I noticed is that we are finally starting to get a massive amount of tariffs, higher than our colonial maintenance, which is just great. It makes me happy. Finally, it's turning around. Plus, the allies that we have here are fairly competent, and we are limiting the power of our enemies through this. So that's, I guess, worth it when you look at the big picture. I haven't shown you Europe in a while, so this is what it looks like. No major changes. Hungary independent. I'm happy that Croatian kingdom, I think it's a kingdom, is... Oh, it's a principality, is still strong. Magdeburg, you guys know about that. Gifted Buddhist. Really? Sure. Lithuania, Golden Horde, you know about that. This is the Far East. Not much is happening. I like how the African continent is separated between major empires. We got Mali, Songhai, Kanem Bornu, Alva, Ifat, and Mogadishu. If you remember in the Denmark Let's Play, it was pretty much one huge nation here and a second one here. Now it seems a bit more balanced. The Mamelukes pissed me off a bit, but you know, nothing major, nothing that I couldn't work with. Okay, just as I was talking, we're getting more and more of everything. So come on, let's get that idea, and we'll be done. Wait, one more? Oh, we're missing 1 point. That sucks. That sucks. So let's find a way where we can invest that 417 gold that we have right now. Like in Sussex, a marketplace here is a good idea. Tottenham is dropping. It's gonna boost the urban gravity. Oxford is still insanely high, so are you in the province Roma. I'm so glad that we didn't plunder Westflandern, but considering how high the autonomy and unrest is now, I'm not entirely sure it was a wise choice. If we get rid of the burgher privileges and the separatism, the unrest would be like free. The dictatorship is also pissing us off. Wasn't there a way to get rid of the dictatorship? Wait, where are the reforms? Here. Checks and balances, that will lower the centralization. Oligarchy. That just massively increases your corruption. And dictatorship actually helps with the centralization, so core creation cost is going down. Citizen service. A good ruler knows that our citizens are not merely interchangeable cogs of production or warfare. By emphasizing the value of citizenship, it will become easier to convince people to swear oaths to our nation. So core creation cost is lowered. Now for the good part, where we get rid of these things and get to a 0 overextension. I wonder if that's ever going to happen at this point. I really do wonder. Policy of tolerance. Now let's just go with the money. Due to the major unhappiness among the merchants, we're looking at a fairly high uprising from the Breton particularists, mostly in the African part of our territory. So I've raised the forts along the coast, and I'm waiting when and where they will pop up. I don't think Well, it would be good if they popped up in the north, but they might pop down here in the south as well. Not entirely sure how I would handle that. I've continued to fund a lot of buildings, so we're constructing everywhere. Colonies are looking good, though we're oddly getting quite not as much money as we used before. So I have to admit that I think that the market is tanking again. But hey, you know, it doesn't really matter to us. We're getting quite a lot of administrative power, and things are looking generally well for us. We really need the rest. The savers are okay, the manpower is fairly okay. We're down sub 3,000 missing troops, which makes me happy. If the troops or the rebels are gonna raise somewhere very unfortunate, it's going to be an issue for us to get there without acquiring way more casualties than we already did. But we'll have to somehow manage. I'm kind of confused. I'm looking a lot at the autonomy settings. I'm kind of confused why, for example, this province of Bolama has such a high autonomy, because it's coming 47 days. And this is 43 days, and the autonomy is at 72. And this is 3 days more, and it's way worse. They have the same port. I think it might have not recalculated here or something. It's weird. But I'd like to invest a bit more into the African provinces again. The autonomy here is dropping. I'm building churches everywhere just to give a little boost to the local urban population, which has not been developing all that much, honestly. Almina is our best province locally, which comes all the way back to when the mod gave it the plus 50 trade power, which I really miss. It was a good touch. Consul in Great Britain, military candidate. The provinces here have not recalculated yet, so... But I think they're gonna be okay, 63 days. You're even having a lowering autonomy here, so there are some investments done by me, but not much. Songo is an okay province. I would like to develop it even more, because I believe we can take the autonomy here down sub 100, but I don't think much further. If we increase the centralization, which we will, it's gonna look nicer, but right now we're looking at so many extra points to be had until we get to the maximum centralization of plus 10. Okay, so here comes the cavalry. What the fuck? Why here there's no unrest? And the Dar. Did I forget to... I forgot to... Oh man, I'm so mad. Fucking kill me. The only two provinces I absolutely did not expect them to raise in, and the Dar I forgot about. Okay, well, as it turns out, we are not just lucky. Okay, so let's take the cannons. Let's take the cavalry. That is 17. We got 16 ships. So reorganize. Let's take one less cavalry. This is still too much, right? Yeah, that's 17,000. We have only 16,000 men. Crapity. Okay, I think they can be over 50%, so... let's hope we won't need that. Okay, so you guys are gonna be... oh, we don't have a general. Okay, time to get a general. We do have a decent army tradition and we have a lot of military points. Let's see what you could do. You're not bad. You are not bad at all. Let's try to recruit the general as well. Who is not as good. Okay, I take that. So you guys are gonna be led by our leader, and you guys are gonna be led by Henry, who's gonna drill you to death. Oh, you guys are gonna get on the ships and go to Igneri, the unfortunate Igneri, which I really did not expect to be plundered. And unfortunately, these guys are gonna fuck it over. I was just saying that how I'm happy about the population here looking decent. God damn it. Okay, well, I'll be back with some more news when we get there. This is an interesting event that I've never seen before. In the Age of Faith and Reason, rulers gained legitimacy through acts of piety. By upholding divine law, fighting heresy, and sponsoring the church, the Lord Protector was seen as acting as God's agent on earth, and so upholding their end of the contract that had placed him on the throne in the first place. When a ruler strayed from this course, a willful or zealous religious head could be quick to criticize him. No wise ruler ever underestimated the wrath of an organized religion. Okay, burghers gain power somewhere, natives. Let's hold this down. Unfortunately, Ropar Squarson de la Baldiere is now a target of just such criticism. We should avoid earning displeasure in the future, but for now, how should we respond to this challenge? Suffer the criticism in silence. Buy his favor with gold. Make a public show of repentance. Make concessions. No, let's make concessions. That's not a bad thing for us right now. Where the hell are my ships? Wow, you're taking forever to get there. Let's send out this frigate to Cartagena. We should need to get more ships to Cartagena, don't we? I think we do. And of course, now the traders are gone. God damn it. Well, a new plague in Mexico, and how bad is it? So far it looks really bad. Devastating plague. Let's see how it's gonna spread. I don't see it spreading at all. Okay, we finished the Battle of Igneri, and I don't think we can... Fuck, we don't have enough people! Level 5, and this is level 6, right? Yeah. Oh my god. That sucks. How are we gonna handle that? Dire tidings! There is no hopeful word to be heard. Okay, so this calls for the usual plague measures. Closing of the ports, burgers. Measures, restriction of trade. Burgers understand the situation. Training plague doctors. Well, we don't have the manpower to go with that, but you know what? I don't mind. Let's get even a loan onto that, because if this is gonna be as bad as the usual dire tidings plague, oh my god, this is going to be horrifying. So we really need every single man that's able to get us here. Okay, well, we are reinforcing our troops. That's at least one good thing that comes out of this. Or are we not? No, we are not. God damn it. Okay, so do we just not get... 217 will reach the armies this month. Holy fuck, this plague is gonna be massive. I can tell you that much already. But what the hell is happening here? 217 will reach the armies. You get a bonus of the nation's territory. Okay, do I need to like literally take you somewhere where you will reinforce and then take you back? That sounds like a horrible idea. Actually, you guys, how about you give me manpower? That's actually a pretty good idea. So maybe now you will reinforce? Yes, okay, so now we can leave you there. Hey, I had no idea that you guys could give me manpower. Wish I could do something for you, but I can't. Okay, the plague is horrifying, so in the next episode we'll see how exactly horrifying it is.